I normally end my interviews with an improv game.
Okay.
Rather than it being like some traditional whose line is it anyway kind of game, I want to take our current setting,
Okay.
which is the balcony porch of your condo.
With the helicopter?
Yeah. Harvey's not around.
Harvey the helicopter.
He doesn't get to be around. But we have like a hanging flower pot over here of petunias, and then like the really cool patio lighting, and a grill, and a glass coffee table, and two like patio chairs, and the sliding glass door is shut. And in 5 moves, I want you to improvise real quick our fight scene. And we're not going to act it out because I don't want to die. When you talk about experience and training,
I was about to get up.
Totally the underdog.
So who's fighting? Like
yeah. So the pre stuff, the setup. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk.
So you would consider your weapons.
Okay. I have should I say? I'm going to say out loud. I have
No, you just described it all. You have it. Okay, you have a pen.
I have a pen in my pocket. I have keys in my pocket. I don't know if my phone is a weapon, but it's in my pocket.
Absolutely.
I have chapstick, and I have my
But you also
handheld
just
recorder.
described we have 2 patio chairs.
Oh, yes. I want the glass table.
We have a sliding glass door that is not locked, by the way.
Oh, that's true. Okay, good.
So
good
you
point.
could totally slam that on somebody's parts, the patio door. We've got the glass table.
Yeah, that's a big one.
All of this is very movable, right? So
That's
none
true.
of it's so heavy that an average woman couldn't just pick it up and toss it or hit somebody with it.
Yeah, I say even the grill is probably fair game.
Flower pot, it would be easy to knock down. The dirt would be very distracting. You have the potential for strangulation. Right, with the wire, with the lights.
Yeah, with the patio lighting.
This part isn't, but this itself is actually pretty heavy.
For the grill.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be something I would pick up to throw at somebody, but you could definitely shove somebody into it and do some pretty good damage.
Okay. So
or throw somebody over the balcony.
I mean we could definitely go over the edge of the balcony.
So one of my favorite fight scenes. So if you pull that, you got to be aware that anything that you grab as a weapon is also a potential weapon used against you.
Sure.
So you have a gun, somebody legitimately could take that away somehow and end up shooting you with your own gun.
Right.
A knife, same thing. All the weapons are everybody's weapons. So your best chance is to use a weapon that I don't know about.
Okay.
But also be aware that it could become a weapon for me.
For some reason, which we have set up
you also
beautifully.
Have a cord right there.
It's true. I know. I'm really prepared to be strangled by you, aren't
you are.
I?
Yes.
As I have my
Yep,
recorder
that's pretty handy.
Attached to my headphones through a very strangulary cord. But it's going to pop out of the jack pretty easily, I think. So I feel like that's going to work for you for not long enough to actually accomplish your objective.
Well, but there's not if I left it as is.
Right. So, but you have experience in training.
It would be a 2-handed.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't wrap it around you.
Is that your first move?
You just have to go. No.
What's your first move?
My first move would be to grab the bottom legs of your chair and flip you over on your back. Yeah.
Okay, this is where not experience and training comes in. I'm going to throw my pad of paper at you because it's in my hand and I need to get it out of my hand and it seems like not a very effective weapon.
That would only work if you were right behind it.
Okay.
So if you throw the pad of paper at me,
and then I gotta follow through with a punch
right
or something. Okay.
I would be up out of the chair with your whole.
Yeah, so I throw the paper at you, and I'm coming at you for.
There you go.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna try to slam you into the grill.
I'm gonna go back.
Okay,
that's
and then your move.
You're gonna drop that, and you're probably gonna slam my head right there. That's one of your better options, for sure.
And then what do you do?
Well, this would be mine.
Okay, so you're going to kick me back. I'm probably going into my patio chair and back the other way.
Right, and then I would...
Back is the wall.
Probably try to grab this and
then she's got the patio chair and...
Right at you, yep.
And I feel like I am screwed at that
hopefully do enough damage that I could run inside and lock the patio door.
Okay.
That would be my move. So, yeah. That's kind of how that would probably go if you started with the notepad.
Yeah. I feel like if this was one of those choose your own adventure stories that I chose, I went, I followed the pages, and then I died.
Yeah. So my goal would be to get away from you. So something I trained for really in where I taught, the school at which I taught was a residential treatment center. So one thing, we taught karate, which is actually very calming. It's a lot like yoga. There's a lot of meditation involved. So despite creating violence, it actually reduces violence very effectively. But we were trained in what was called PCS, but it has a lot of different names depending on who, like there's a lot of different styles of karate, but they all kind of have the same source. We were trained in restraining, but we were also trained in de-escalation. And so one of the things that we always heard was like gain the release. So if you're not trying to kill somebody, you're trying to get away.
Okay.
Really, it's one or the other, right?
Right.
You're
Sure.
trying to do damage, serious damage, or you're trying to get away. So it was always like gain the release. And it would be, I would have your wrist, but I would be trying to, how do I gain the release? I let you go. So in that interaction, I would be trying to gain the release.
Interesting.
Right? Because I don't know that a fight on a patio would be to my advantage. I would want to choose a context that was to my advantage, and this is not it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I will
Not
fight you.
enough
I need
space.
to get away, and I'm gonna fight you later when I have the high ground.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Christine, I have had so much fun talking about violence with you.
It's one of my favorite topics.
Thank you so much for letting me interview you today.
Thank you. Yes.